Still haven't worked out if that spinning sign is advertising one item or two separate ones. Anyway, hello and welcome to the South Fiordland Bush Flying Tour. Now, if you're new to me and this video series, check in the description below and there's a link to the episode in the series which will tell you all about it, where we are and where you can get a copy of all this South Fiordland scenery yourself. Certainly big enough, this runway, and open enough at both ends where it's a two-way one, so we'll spend a minute to taxi down to this end, and then when we take off we're pointed in generally the right direction of where we wanted to go. Although with the length of the runway I probably didn't need to come all the way down here really, but never mind. Let's go for it. Bump. Yeah, missed the tree. Okay, just about. So the Fjord Tours brochure tells us this time, as you have no doubt eaten the fries at Dasburgers, now it's time to go and visit one of the potato suppliers, Mr. Spuddy McSpud. And yes, apparently that is his real name. You'll get a brief tour of the farm and hopefully have a much better appreciation for your Dasburgers fries next time you order some. I think it was in the first video of this batch where I was saying that I couldn't remember exactly what this runway was. But I've been thinking about it while we've been flying along, and I seem to recall that this one isn't too bad. There's the potato fields, so there's no trees or major obstructions. I think it's slightly uphill, but not a huge slope. And the only issue we may have is I don't think it's the longest runway ever. Certainly not as long as Freeman's Burn where we just took off from anyway, but I'm sure we'll be fine. And as for the trip, there's enough places in South Fiordland now where when I worked out this route, a lot of the legs are only 5 minutes flying time kind of thing. And admiring the scenery is enjoyable, but takeoff and landing are the fun bits, so the idea was that if you only have an hour spare when you fire up X-Plane, then if you do follow the route, you'll be able to visit a few different airfields in that time and have lots of landings during your hour. When I was planning it, I did think about maybe making the legs much longer and have you zigzag around South Fiordland so you get to go everywhere eventually, but they would be half an hour flying time type of legs. But obviously I gave up on that in the end. I just thought if we do the quicker version with the brochure, then when you've been everywhere once you can pick your favourite destinations and make up your own longer flight plans afterwards. I'll just mention that as this one is one of the slightly longer legs, which is unavoidable with some of them, but it's not too far really anyway. Although talking of flight plans, when X-Plane 12 goes to final release, I am considering getting an AI traffic add-on, Traffic Global or something like that. And once I get it set up, I'm sure that will work fine in New Zealand and will probably be a nice addition to my sim world. Although there is a part of me that wonders how it would cope with South Fiordland and some of the approaches and runways. If I do get it, that's going to be quite good fun finding out. And just thinking along similar lines, the air traffic control has supposedly improved in X-Plane 12, hasn't it? I've not even tried that yet, to be honest, so that could be an interesting experiment. Next time we do this, I'll see if I can get X-Plane ATC to take me on a leg of the trip and see how it copes. I fully expect to be vectored into the side of a mountain at least once, but it could be interesting to find out. I might be pleasantly surprised. I doubt it, but I might be. Anyway, here is Spuddy McSpud's farm, and yes, seems my memory was working. This is quite open. Yeah, it doesn't look that long, does it? So I think getting on the brakes is possibly slightly more important than making a lovely touchdown, although we'll try for both. And luckily I didn't mention I'll try and get on the centre line, because I've certainly messed up that one. And let's go and see the grass as well, shall we? Well, we're down. I don't think I really need to open up my folder with my top 10 best landings ever. It was okay, but there we go. Anyway, here is Mr. Spuddy McSpud and his... hold on. Here is Mr. Spuddy McSpud and his family, and their new tourist attraction... Throw a potato at a caged nun. And what we got? 5 potatoes for only $2. That's not bad, is it? Wonder if I've got any spare change in the aircraft. Oh no, yeah, I'm gonna go and have a look. Hold on.